Hi, and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing The Expanse. This is Season 3, Episode 10, and it is titled Dandelion Sky, which I immediately reacted to. Dandelion. We just finished The Witcher pretty much, and are big The Witcher fans if you haven't seen our reactions. And that name just, couldn't help but noticing. Of course, it has nothing to do with the character of Dandelion or Yaskia. But oh man, this show! We are so excited to continue with this nail-bitingly amazing season so far, because it really has been amazing. And the last one ended with another big cliffhanger, where Holden is going alone or with Miller, to this. What was it called? What did
the nucleus?
The nucleus, yes, exactly. What is presumably controlling what's going on inside of this bubble. But there's definitely something that Miller wants Holden to go see there. And then we have all sorts of other shit going down. Is there anything you want to get into before we start the episode?
If my smile seems a little crooked or weird or like kind of lame in this particular area, is because I am very scared of getting toothaches by smiling too wide, so I'm trying not to, but just in case
I'm
you
sure
were
it's not
wondering.
going to be an issue. And another quick thing, there are some people in our building who apparently doesn't get that you are not allowed to use hammers and drills and stuff like after 8 p.m. So if you hear anything, it's just those people. But I think that's it. And you can, of course, always watch our full-length reactions to The Expanse and all the other shows that we are doing on our Patreon page. The link is down in the description below. Let's go.
Said it would help us.
Okay.
It's already saved our asses once, so gotten you guys in enough trouble.
At least he left a message.
Right?
Fuck. Yeah. Fuck. Whoa.
Every time there's some clusterfuck shitstorm situation in the universe, there's James Holden shrugging shoulders saying, how the hell did I end up here?
You're really pumping me up for this mission.
Always in the middle of everything.
Yep.
We are on final approach to the gate.
So they're gonna go through too.
In the face of all this, sleep seems disrespectful, maybe?
It would seem more like terrifying.
He's so scared. Poor guy.
We know they're probably gonna be fine, but going through that thing, it's such a monumental risk and event.
I thought it was going to be a wormhole.
It's not.
In theory, wormholes connect distant points in space.
That's what we thought as well.
Space at all.
Exactly.
She's so excited.
Yeah. She's loving this.
Well, angels fear to tread if they have any goddamn sense. Sorry, Buster.
He's fucking panicking.
Yep.
Is he gonna do something stupid?
Probably.
You can't possibly believe that the same James Holden who saved Mars has started blowing up innocent civilian ships.
We are ordering you to break off. You have been fairly warned. Shoot that out.
Same to you.
No, you shut up.
What are you doing?
Trying not to get caught.
Slow down. Remember what I said about doors and corners?
Don't start with that shit again.
Hey, you're no good to me if the station squashes you like a bug.
Don't go too fast, Miller. Oh, Holden. Yeah. You'll know what
It's
that
exercising some free will.
He's just being an asshole.
I love he's part of it again, though. In whatever capacity.
At maximum speed, we wouldn't get to him before they did.
And they're not going to be expecting us to try, so we're going to punch them in the face before they figure it out.
Right. Why are you being so much like yourself? None of this stuff weirding you out.
You want me to say this is some weird shit? Yeah. I wish that I could tell you I was freaked out, but I'm not.
Not even a little.
I haven't felt fear since I was 5 years old.
I wish I could go through life without feeling fear.
No. You don't. Back in Baltimore, I had this friend, and she said if the end ever came, she'd grab a bottle and her 2 cats and go to the roof, have a toast, and then jump.
With the cats?
Like a fucking pharaoh. Don't worry. I'll take you with me, too.
Well, that's comforting.
I guess.
Oh yeah, and she's there too. Fuck.
I really don't like her. Like at all.
Her and that fucking family of hers.
Mm-hmm.
Except for Julie. Yeah.
James Holden, please respond.
Sir, may I give it a try? Holden, Bobby Draper here.
Really? Shut the fuck up, I'm trying to... Sorry, Bobby, I wasn't talking to you.
Are you on another channel?
What? No. I mean, yes, another channel.
Who are you talking to, Holden?
He's in microwaves.
Holden, are you alright?
Give me a minute.
I promise we'll hear you out.
I didn't blow up the sun moon, and Alex and Amos had nothing to do with it either. I gotta go.
Get him back.
Why didn't they have her contact him, like, at first? That would be the rational choice. Oh, you're getting very close.
Whoa! He's like...
Whoa, 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 whoa.
It's even welcoming him.
There used to be something here, a civilization. But now, all that's left is a bunch of locked doors and some lights on the timer.
So what do we do?
We figure out how to pick the locks.
Well, I have a feeling it's not gonna let anyone else inside besides Holden. So,
Perhaps.
it's gonna... Or maybe it's gonna stay open? I don't fucking know. And what's up with this guy now? What are you gonna do?
Yep.
Okay.
That makes me want a donut.
Oh yeah, what about the documentary crew? Those two. Did they make it back to a ship yet?
And I've seen friends breathe the vacuum and watched my only child burn. So when I tell you to tread carefully, you would do well to stop talking.
Couple 100 billion brain cells in your skull. You got more synapses than stars in the universe. Push a few trillion of them buttons in exactly the right way. Ta-da! You're talking to Miller. Sound of his voice, the clothes he wore.
Plus a hat.
Yeah, I like the hat. Plus, I'm pushing the buttons.
So it's a magic trick.
So's your whole damn reality, kid. Calculus, amoeba. Monkey, Mozart.
What happened?
He was cleaning his sidearm and accidentally discharged the weapon.
That was not accidental.
Terrible.
It's a terrible euphemism.
Yeah, okay, so it was a euphemism. They said he committed suicide just in a very nice way.
I'm here to talk to people. To offer comfort where comfort is needed. To sit with people when they're scared and grieving. Sorry. Clarissa?
She was at the party, you know?
Oh yeah, that's right.
We can treat each other gently. Reach out to those in need. It will increase our joy and diminish our pain, and it will honor Jordan.
Joel Piermau's daughter, Clarissa. She was disguised as a service tech. I was gonna call security, but...
Call security.
Are you going to reach out to her?
You think I should? You can trust your judgment. You obviously don't know me very well.
Yeah.
Don't reach out to her, just fucking call security.
Mhm.
This is so freaky. What?
You got atmosphere, too.
Oh.
Get your hat off. Show some respect.
I'll pass.
Interesting.
Complete that circuit.
What happens when I do?
The answer to the case. Or maybe just the next clue. Tick tock, tick tock. Finish the job.
Oh, shit.
When Miller was on Eros, he could feel Julie.
Got nothing to do with Julie.
Fuck you then.
For all I know, touching that thing could end up killing everyone I love.
She couldn't feel any more pain, but you could. Did it tear you apart one atom at a time? Or did you burn?
Miller?
Okay.
You just can't stop giving me advice, can you?
I'm trying to help you.
Yet still you call me out in front of the crew.
Yeah, I could have done that better.
That way when the turn come and you take over, they all know it was because you had to. No choice.
Oh, we have a problem. We need to walk it out.
Or else what?
Clarissa?
No. Don't talk to her alone. Fuck.
Tilly Fagan, I was friends with your sister Julie. A little. Whatever your dad did or didn't do, you had nothing to do with any of it.
It's not his fault, it's Holden's. He's gotta pay.
Clarissa, whatever happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
She said, when a child dies, some sort of angel takes their hand and falls with them. I tried to be the angel, but I was so scared. She held my hand, and I told her, if you fall with me, it ain't gonna be for halfway.
It's good to see you, Miller.
Holden, think about Naomi.
That's what I'm doing.
You're putting them all in danger.
Do not take another step,
Holden?
or we will shoot.
Yep.
It's moving too fast.
Grenade!
No.
You're just making it angry.
Fuck, everybody's a threat now.
Now or never, Holden. Finish it.
What?
Ah.
What? The heck was that?
Good fucking God.
Oh god.
Whoo. The fuck is going on?
I'm so confused.
Yeah, that was not case closed. That was the next clue or more clues. That's for fucking sure. So the way I understood what was just happening there, with whatever what Holden was being shown, that was all of the like what we've seen the proto-molecule go through so far. And so it was backtracking and going back to like wanted to show him where it came from, or
Perhaps.
that like originally it was connected to all sorts of galaxies.
Yeah, but
or that's what it wants in the end, or
it feels like the way I interpreted it was this whole the bubble
Mhm.
thing. It had all these gates,
yeah.
all the different gates, and we saw them close.
Mm-hmm.
And I think perhaps the closing of the gates was because of what Miller said with the civilizations that was either in some sort of remnant sleep or
Well, it's just
or died out or something.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and he needed something to kind of unlock the doors. So perhaps the doors that needed to be unlocked was all these gates you saw close.
Yeah, and it needed someone it needed someone like Holden to be able to do it for him, so that so that maybe so that right now it only has access to one solar system. Through that one gate we know is open, and what it wants is to have access to all of them, and that's
Perhaps
how
it
it's
wants to have maybe it connects through all of these different places in the universe through this bubble.
yeah.
And
But-
perhaps it wants this station
Mm.
and it's also called the nucleus. And if we see it as a cell, the nucleus is from where all these signals are being sent. Like this is where we keep our DNA and everything.
Yeah.
And once we get out of the nucleus and into the cell, where everything is going on. So perhaps this was like the nuclear envelope, and all these pores have been shut down, and we need them to open for this station to kind of connect all. Perhaps as he said, it's a civilization, and then they need to open the gates for the civilization to be connected to each other again.
Yeah, maybe something in those. Yeah, maybe something like that. It is though, like it's the reasoning behind like why it wants to be connected again, all over the galaxy universe. That did not like what we saw it do at the end there with firing something at the sun, and then the sun turned blue and exploded. Like that didn't seem like something we would want.
No, but it could also look a bit like a red giant. Like a dying star. And of course it turned into a supernova. Perhaps the supernova was needed for something to happen.
Yeah.
Perhaps unlock the other gates. I don't know. Because this was the only one left, right?
Yes, and that's why I'm thinking, so that gate, like that, what it showed us there, and the sun that it was firing at, was that our sun? Because that would not be like preferable if it blew up, you know.
I don't
our
think
sun
so.
and-
I don't. Of course, we have to be skeptical about this because we
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
what
yeah.
it is. But I don't know. I don't feel like this thing is inherently evil.
No, I don't
think
feel-
I don't think it's egotistic in that sort of regard. It's highly intelligent, we know, and I think when the more intelligent you are, the more you realize what's like evil and stuff when you can comprehend.
Yeah, and you can comprehend more, you can see the bigger picture, and
Exactly.
so let's say that maybe it's seeing the bigger picture and that it needs to do something or other to improve something in the galaxy, in the universe. And maybe the price, what if the price of that is, us dying out or us being assimilated or something? It might be good for the bigger picture, but it might not be good for humanity. Like we're doing comparisons to Mass Effect a lot. But if we compare it to the Reapers, and that whole system they got in place there, like spoilers for the Mass Effect trilogy. But that's it's based on cycles, and every 50,000 years they will come out and they will do this thing to make it better in the universe or in the galaxy, keeping the population down and making sure we don't destroy each other and all that, which is in itself, that's a good thing to trying to make sure that we survive, but it comes at a cost. So I'm just thinking, is it sort of the same here? Maybe is that the route we're going, that it's going to come at a cost, whatever it wants to do, or does it truly want to help the human race expand? I don't know.
Well,
what is the Expanse?
It's definitely hard. It's just it's a very strong possibility. It is like that, definitely. I just think it's so old and tired, and we've seen it so many times before. It's just
with aliens wanting to destroy the humans,
or exploit, or
I'm not saying that I think that that's their objective. I'm just thinking out loud, that maybe their objective, it might be a good objective, and it might have want to do good for, as we just talked about, the bigger picture, but it might come at a cost. It might not be something that humanity wants and all that. But as you said, we've seen some of that stuff before as well, and it would be cool and refreshing if it was just something totally new. We can't even guess it's objective, but whatever it is, it's definitely very hard to figure out right now. And then a lot else actually happened in this one as well. Just stuff going on, interpersonal relationships and all that on the ships, and how Ashford, how are we doing with him now? Because he keeps on saying the right things and insisting that no, you are the captain. And he's saying even to Diogo, talking to him don't tell me to take over, or don't even suggest this mutiny shit that you're talking about now, where I should be the captain and all that. I've been through all this shit, so when I tell you to shut up, you shut up. But I'm still distrusting him. I'm still I still expect him to want to take over at some point. He's just really good at not seeming like it.
But and the whole talk with the drummer, where he was like, no, it's not like that, and she just exactly described what the motive could be, because he did say that don't go through this mutiny shit and everything, and you have to trust the captain, and but he's constantly challenging her position and her authority, and
that's what I mean. And it's and then he turns it around afterwards and is like, no, I'm sorry, and I'm just trying to do the best job, and it's for the belt, and we're all in this together, and da da. It's just, and Drummer is definitely not stupid. She, as you just said, when she described how things as she saw them, and she was like, no, you're gonna want to take over, and this is the way you're doing it, and it's only a matter of time. And that's exactly what we've been talking about, and that was exactly what was in my mind as well. But then he's still adamant about, no, that's not what I want, that's not what's gonna happen here. but he still wants to get to the nucleus first. There's still this whole race, like this. We're not trusting each other enough to actually share information. We just want to be the first to make it to the center, kind of deal. Like,
Yeah, it's really hard to figure him out, and we got a little bit about his backstory, that his only child was burned, and definitely probably in the same fire or whatever that was, where he got his whole
these scars and everything, burns on the face. Yeah.
So there's definitely more to him, but we still don't know his motives or his allegiance, or really why he is like he is. We don't really know where he comes from, except we.
And so far, we only have like what he has been saying or telling about himself. That's all we have to go on with him. Is where he's not painting a picture of like we know he's a pirate, like he's a former pirate. We know he, as he said himself, like he's done a lot of bad shit through the time. Like he's probably a very dangerous individual. Been through a lot. His allegiance is definitely with the
belt.
The belt. OPA probably, and you know he is. It was Anderson Dawes who sent him, right? So I would guess that his allegiance is to Dawes when it comes, but maybe not. We honestly have no idea. But that's what makes him such an interesting character, is exactly that we have no idea what's going to happen with him. And yeah.
Yeah, and everybody has shown him so much love. And it's just so hard when you have so much distrust to a character that...
When you're saying everybody has shown him a lot of love, is it in the comments or
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. But I think maybe I could be totally wrong here, but how I'm reading your comments is... in the ways of you guys like him because he's a good bad guy. That's how I'm reading it, not because he's a hell of a guy and a good character, like a good guy. But or maybe I don't know. Like that's just from what I've heard. Like he was more one note in the book, and in the show he's a well-rounded character with like more of in the gray, but still like. Maybe a villain. That's at least how I understood it.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It's just we got a comment that was just why all this hate for Ashford, because I was very much clear in my opinion of him, or my initial opinion, where it was like, yeah, well, he's probably the bad guy from now on, like the baddest guy, and he's probably like a real villain and everything, and I had no trust in him at all. And that person was just like, why? And it's just, I don't know, it's just...
I think that's pretty clear. Like, I think that the show, just the way that they have been, especially when we met him at first, and like, they want us to look at him and be like, there's something fishy about that guy. What's he up to? What's going on here? And I think they want us to think that about the characters. So I think your initial thoughts about him are right where they should be. It's just where they take him from here. That's what's interesting.
I just have this weird feeling as well. Like, perhaps it's just because I'm a bit naive and I'm hopelessly believing in the good of people. That somewhere he's not the bad guy and he's actually trying to do good and be a good person, but it's just, I don't know, man. And I don't know what to...
Yeah, we don't know, but let's move on from him, because it's we can't really figure out what's up with him, but at least we got some other shit going down. This Melba, or Clarissa, was that her real name?
Apparently.
Yeah. She's still trying. She's trying to get to the Rocinante first, or trying to get to Holden, and it's just, she really wants to kill him or just get revenge on Holden. Like everything's his fault and everything that has gone down, like gone bad for her and her family and the whole. It seems like she's just totally misinformed and brainwashed into believing that this guy is like, he is the root of all the problems and I need to get rid of him and nobody else can see it. So I'm just gonna go for this myself and go for it with all of my, with every fiber of my being. And she lets pretty much nothing and no one get in her way, to the point where what she's doing is she's not even being that subtle about it anymore.
No, clearly not.
Just calling, like, I need a skiff, I need to go there. It's like, you're not authorized to do that. Okay, fuck you. And then on to the next. And she's scrambling almost just to, complete her objective. And then, well, at least she didn't get to kill her. The other, damn, I forgot her name now. Names, they just disappear sometimes. But the lady that Anna has been talking to a lot. At least Melba didn't get to kill her. Yet.
But she did pop that adrenaline thing.
Yes. But then, but that's when the nucleus just grabbed everything. Didn't it seem like it grabbed everything?
Yeah.
All the ships.
Yeah.
And it just stopped everybody in their tracks.
Yeah, it went into complete alert mode.
Yeah, which is understandable. Like if it is perceiving like everybody as a potential threat, and it was only like really grabbing the stuff that it knew. Okay, you're going way too fast. I need to stop you. And then all of a sudden, they're inside of it and shooting bullets, and it just had enough. And it's like, okay, everybody fucking stop. Stop whatever the fuck you're doing. So I'm sure shit's gonna go down in the next one. And
Yeah.
And then we also got some other stuff on that ship with the guy who unfortunately killed himself.
Yeah.
Which is real sad. We did get a nice little eulogy there from Anna, saying some good things about how we should be treating each other, which is always good to hear. And she keeps on being a very nice character to follow, moral center of it all.
And you can clearly see how this weighs her down. Like she completely forgot her own objective on this course. That she was supposed to be offering help and support and guidance, spiritual guidance. But and it's just it's very nice to see somewhat that she's so aware of everything around her, and she's so self-aware as well. And I don't know, it's just she's really good.
Yeah,
we have to protect her
at all costs. Yeah, nothing can happen to Anna. Like that's she has joined the club of characters they are not allowed to kill off. Yeah. So no. Yeah. And then Naomi's still heading towards the Rossi.
Yeah, but she was also stopped with that.
Yes.
She must have. Oh yeah, she was. It was quite a brutal stop for her.
Yeah. Not as brutal as the Belter slingshot guy, Maneo.
but the guy where he was like, the station was like, fuck this, and pulled him apart.
Oh yeah, the Martian. Shit.
Yeah.
That was graphic as well, but not in a I'm gonna blow you up and then there's blood all over the place kind of gore. It was just like picking him up, pulling him apart, putting him in a hole, and
transferring his kind of energy into some other.
Yeah. It was just like, nope, you are not allowed to do this. I'm gonna eat you now. It's just and basically. It was just being very calm about it almost.
It was just like, recycling energy.
Really. Yeah, that's pretty much what was going on there. So fuck yes, that's a precarious situation, and Bobby is in there as well, which I really hope nothing happens to Bobby as well. She's also a member of that club, so no hurting Bobby.
What I really liked about this episode was that we had these talks with Miller about a lot of cool things. He talked about free will, as in, Holden, are you really here out of free will? Maybe we have actually, have nudged you all along, because you were always there, and we have nudged you this way, and it almost kind of felt like it said we have picked you, specifically you, as our mediator. Yeah, and it definitely made him think, and it definitely left something for us to think about, whether this whole endeavor, Holden's whole endeavor, whether it's actually coincidental or if it's actually
on purpose.
On purpose, that he's been selected almost.
Yeah, because he is always in the middle of it all, and everything that has to do with this protomolecule, definitely. He's always been a part of it, pretty much. So yeah, that is interesting to think about, and how much free will plays into.
And then this whole discussion kind of went towards this whole talk about reality and how we perceive reality. That actually our reality is inside our heads and is something with all these. I don't even know the number. Like, I don't even know the word for that many synapses. He talked about how he pulled a
he compared it to
trillion and pushing a trillion buttons or
he
something
compared
at the same
it
time,
to pushing buttons. Yeah.
And then he could recreate himself inside of Holden's mind, and especially as with specialty in neurobiology, I just thought that was very cool, because exactly what is reality? It's how the individual perceive certain things, and the way we perceive things are kind of given by our brain chemistry, like the specific neurons firing at the specific given time to a specific stimuli, all this. And I was just my neurobiologist within me was just
happy.
Yeah.
I thought that was some really interesting stuff as well, and there's a lot to go into there. I'm sure, because it's just it's such an unknown, but still a known quantity. So it's something we know a lot about, but there's still so much we don't know, both about like what's going on in the universe, of course, but also in our own heads, in our own minds, how our brains are functioning, and how, like, what is reality, and what is reality to you, what's reality to me, and what's reality to you guys out there.
Yeah.
It's different from each and every one of us, and it's just the notion about you can push the right buttons and then it'll change your reality, and it's just it's damn interesting.
It draws some very nice parallels between things, and if you see some of the like images of neurons firing and being dyed, and all these images of neurons, and if you compare them to certain pictures captured about of
the universe, like star constellations, and
not star constellations, but like more like certain galaxies and stuff, you actually almost see the same pattern, and it's just
that's scary a little bit.
But I think it's some very nice parallels they draw between the space, the vast space outside, and the vast space within our heads, and the unlimited potential, and I really also liked how he compared Miller compared himself to an algorithm, and Miller to an amoeba. Amoeba. What's it called? I don't know what it's called in English, but amoeba. This is one cell organism, and it felt like he compared himself to.
Was that when he said, like,
when he went
you're the
inside.
monkey, I'm Mozart?
Yeah. So it felt a bit like, well, he was an algorithm. I felt like he was, well, I'm only numbers. I'm only I'm not really existing. I'm not biological in the same way that he was biological, and that's why they needed a biological being to open the gate or open the doors.
Yeah, to do whatever it wants him to do
Yeah.
and solve the case or get more clues for the case.
Yeah. It needed some sort of
involvement.
biology,
Yeah, from Holden, and he did do something there in the end, and that's when we got the whole weird sequence we already talked about.
Yeah. And we also got a little bit confirmed that perhaps Miller, whatever Miller is not necessarily real, but he's still kind of real. So
He's
I
still
think
in there.
Yeah, exactly. So I think what's left is his consciousness. Yeah, his consciousness. And because we learned about what he felt in the last moments before he died.
Yeah.
And so I think what the protomolecule did was to assimilate his brain, almost like his thoughts, and it kind of learned about him and took over his consciousness or adapted it into itself, or at least so we know that he's somewhat real, but he's only as real as Holden's consciousness as well, like his what's going on,
how he's interpreting it.
Like his perception of him. And
I thought a little bit in like because Holden he was before the Martians showed up down there, he was telling Miller or telling the protomolecule that no, I'm not gonna do this unless you fucking tell me some more, and especially like tell me if Miller is still in there. Show me what happened to Miller, because I'm not gonna do this if it's just gonna kill like me and my friends and everything that I love. So and then Miller kind of disappeared, and then he came back, and that's when he was all of a sudden sitting on the floor, and he was very vulnerable, talking about what he felt like in his last moments, and that was when Holden, he was like, oh, hi Miller. So I'm thinking that was maybe the protomolecule being like, okay, so far I've just been using this tool I have of Miller, what we can make Holden see as a physical representation and all that. Just been using him to as a mediator. But when it found out that, okay, I can't get Holden to do what I want by doing only this, then it pushed Miller's subconsciousness to the forefront, or he like pushed whatever was left, it had left of Miller, pushed it out, and was like, okay, here he is. See? Now do it. And he did it.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, this is so good. And we've been talking about it for a little while now. I don't care like if this is gonna be like an hour discussion or something, because it's so nice to talk about, and this show in general is just so goddamn underrated and underappreciated, if you ask me.
Truly, yeah.
Because there's just not enough people out there watching it. It deserves way more. It's really crawling its way up to like my top 5 series of all time, pretty much. Yeah. I don't have the exact list in my head or anything, but it's really getting up there as one of my absolute favorites.
Yeah.
And definitely some of the best sci-fi I have seen in ages. And that's saying something.
Yeah.
So yeah. Do you have anything else you want to get into about this episode, or just the Expanse in general? Sorry, honey.
One last thing.
Yeah.
I really like how it feels a bit like I don't know, they are making a lot of analogies to biology with for example this splinter analogy, where they talked about how the probes and the slingshot spaceship was sort of like a splinter that was into the organism.
Yeah.
And how it was kind of building this thing around it.
Because it perceives it as a threat and it wants to keep control of it, just
exactly.
like the body does with it.
Exactly, like the immune system does.
Yeah.
When we get a foreign
object
or body into our own body.
Yes. So another connection there between this thing, what's going on with it, and then our own bodies. And
exactly. And that's why I cannot stop thinking about it as some sort of cell. Like we have a cell and we have everything that's going on inside the cell. And this specific pocket is connected to a lot of other pockets. And we have the nucleus. And it has the nuclear envelope outside of it. And this has all these small pores where things can go in and out. And it's very tightly regulated what's going in and out. And there's a certain rate as well that you can go through it. Otherwise it will be stopped. Or, not passing through. And I just think there's so many beautiful analogies. And me as a biologist... and I see these parallels, I see these comparisons, and it just makes me so happy because it's something that I understand, and the comparisons I understand, and
and it's damn interesting. And
definitely,
it's just, even though we can't figure out where it's going, it's just so far, and the way they're going about it, it feels so thought out and real, and I feel so safe watching this series. Like nothing like. They're not gonna drop the ball at any point. I'm like, it's just gonna keep on being this good, isn't it? I hope.
But I love about this nucleus, and also called the station. And I cannot help but thinking about it as an actual nucleus, like a cellular nucleus, with all the information, all our DNA, all of this civilization's DNA is locked inside this nucleus, this station. And this station is like the core. I would like to say mediator, but I know the core facility, and it sends this signal out to whatever it is that explodes, and and in that regard, it feels a bit like a station that perhaps the civilization have been traveling to that station, perhaps used it as a station, and then went out.
Use it as a point where they could travel to different places in the universe, and kind of like
And I'm really excited about all this information, all this DNA of the station that we need to unlock, that Holden is sent there to unlock and to perhaps learn.
Why does it have the need? Why does it need someone else to unlock its own memories or its own archives? That's damn interesting as well.
And that's I got so many Mass Effect vibes from this one, because it feels a bit like we went to the is it in the first or the second one where we go to the spoiler alert if you haven't played Mass Effect and you are going to, we're going to the Prothean homeworld or something like that.
Something with a V. It's been a while since I played the first one. But yes, they're going there to gain Vermeer? Yeah, it might be Vermeer.
We go to the archives at least.
Yeah.
And find all these Prothean databases, and we learn more about the Protheans and everything. And I just couldn't help shake this feeling that perhaps this was a bit like an archive station where we put all this knowledge about ourselves into and hope for someone to unlock it and perhaps save
the universe.
Save the universe or save the civilization. Like unlock the secrets to the civilization. Because maybe the civilizations have been cut off because of the closing down of the nucleus has then cut off the
and then it subsequently closed all the access points or all the rings, so the mass relays got shut down, and it's just like, and now we are finding them again and opening them up, and what's gonna happen. So yes, it definitely gave me crazy Mass Effect vibes as always, and crazy Prothean vibes when Miller started talking about it might be a civilization and all that. So it's you were right on the money there.
I'm really looking forward to see what this kind of civilization is and what they want.
Yes, because that's still way up in the air. Even though we try to reason our way to something, or we've been talking about it a lot, especially in this discussion. But we won't reach a conclusion or anything. But it's interesting to talk about, and even more interesting like to actually see what's gonna happen, and we cannot fucking wait. I think that's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
My brain is burning.
Yeah, same here. But thank you guys so much for watching, as always, especially if you watched all the way to the end. Good job. Thank you. And we will see you as soon as possible. Bye.
Bye.